Evet. Ne yapacaksın şimdi?
İkinci buraya giriyorum.
Tamam. Sonra tamam. Kapat.
Diyorum.
Yok şimdi şeye yapma. Tamam. Kapatabilirsin gerçekten. Şimdi manage participants.
Manage participants. Mute all. Unmute diyor.
Someone is
Kapat onu. Komple kapat.
Komple kapattım.
Tamam şimdi şunu büyüt.
Mute.
Evet. Böyle şey. Tamam. Çatı çıkar.
Çatı çıkardım. Koydum.
no, percent.
Bunu oraya bırak.
No, edit below.
Evet.
Okay.
Ondan sonra başka hocam?
Wait, slideshow.
Okay.
Slideshow.
Slideshow. Okay, let me.
Good morning, students. How are you and how was your night? Yes, this morning we are going to be treating vocabulary development. And the aspects we're going to be treating this morning is register. Register, that is words that are associated with hospital. That is the topic of our discussion this morning. Now, when I say register, I'm not talking about the one that your teacher brings to the class to ascertain your presence in the school. Rather, I'm talking about the register that deals with words, that has to do with words or jargons that deals with our different professions. There are lots of professions, and each of these professions has a particular terms, words or jargons that it uses to describe the objects that surround it. So registers are words or jargons that are associated with different professions. Each profession has a particular name it gives to objects that surround it. Now, when a teacher leaves his house, he tells the member of his family that he's going to his place of work, or he says he's going to his office. The same thing applies to a doctor. Also, a lawyer tells the members of his family that he's going to his office. Now, the name given to office of a doctor in medicine is hospital. The one that is given to a teacher's office in education is called school, while that of a lawyer in law is called chamber. So the word office is just a general name for the office of the professions I've mentioned. So in medicine, the office of a doctor is called hospital. That of a teacher in education is called school, while that of a lawyer is called chamber. So this morning we are going to be treating words associated with hospital, as I've said earlier on. Now let's proceed. So what is a hospital? What is a hospital? Abdurrahman Shehu, yes, you're on the line. I'm waiting for your response. What is a hospital? Abdurrahman Shehu. I'm waiting for your response. Okay, Farida, type your response and send it. Good morning. A hospital is a place for doctor. A hospital is a place where patients are treated. Yes, that is Asase Jude. Okay, now let's proceed. Happy New Month. Thank you, Ikena. I wish you the same. Now, a hospital is a building where sick or injured people receive medical treatment. A hospital is a building where sick or injured people receive medical treatment. So there is an information on the screen. You're advised to log in with your real name. So when you are sick, when you are injured or you're not feeling fine, the place you go to for treatment is the hospital. Let's proceed. Yes. The next thing I have here is a doctor. A doctor is someone who is trained to treat people who are ill. So when you go to the hospital to treat yourself, probably when you are sick or when you are injured, unless when you are not feeling fine, the personnel that attends to you is called a doctor. Yes, what can you say about this picture? Waiting for your response, students. Nurse, that's correct, Ikena. That is a nurse. So who is a nurse? Who is a nurse? Who is a nurse? Yes, Osasi, you're also correct. Munib Aila, that's correct. Ademola, correct. Farida Rasi. So who is a nurse? A nurse is a person who assists the doctor. I didn't see it. Yes, a nurse is a person who assists the doctor, that's correct. Okay. A nurse is an assistant to a doctor. Okay. Let's see what I have for you. A nurse is someone whose job is to look after people who are ill or injured. When you go to the hospital to see the doctor, before the doctor attends to you, you go to a place where they take your weight. You're going to stand on a particular instrument, which we are going to treat. Is one of the vocabularies we are going to treat this morning. They'll take your weight, your temperature, as well as your height. The person that is saddled with that responsibility is a nurse. There are lots of people there, so we see 2 or 3 nurses sitting down to do the job. And at times when someone is admitted, the nurse is always around to monitor the patients in the hospital. Okay, let's continue. Yes, who is this? What can you say about the image on the screen? She is a surgeon. That's incorrect. Yes, a baby, not a baby. I'm talking about the woman. Who is she? A surgeon? Okay, let's see. She is a midwife. A midwife. A midwife is a nurse who has been trained to help women when they are having a baby. That is the job of a midwife. You see them in the labor room. They are the one that attends to pregnant women when they want to give birth to baby. So let's continue. Yes, look at the image on the screen. What can you say about the image? Waiting for your response. Surgeons, okay. Surgery. All right. Okay, let's see what I have for you. That's correct. We have surgeons in the theater. So a surgeon is someone who is specially trained to perform medical operations. That is the work of a surgeon in the hospital. They are trained to perform medical operations in the theater. Let's proceed. Yes, there's another image on the screen. There's another image on the screen. A nurse doing a surgery. Look at the image very well. Waiting for a response. A nurse is doing a surgery. A lab. I had to a lab. An optician. X-ray room. Operation lab. Medical operators. Okay, let's see. That's a theater. It's a theater. It's a particular room in a hospital where doctors do operations. It's a theater. Let's proceed. Yes, I have another image on the screen. I have another image on the screen. I'm waiting for your response. Theater, no, that's incorrect. A brain scanner, no. Converter belt, that's incorrect. Look at the image very well. Yes, a place to store dead bodies. So what is the name given to that place? That place has a particular name. Body scanner. Okay. Mortuary, that's correct. Bello Saidina Ali. That's a mortuary. The mortuary. The mortuary is a building or a room where dead bodies are kept before they are buried or burnt. When someone dies and the family of that person are not around or they're not ready to bury the body, so they take the dead body to the mortuary. Yes, what is this? Look at the image on the screen. Everybody must get this. Thermometer. That's correct. It's a thermometer. Yes, you're all correct. So what is a thermometer? What is a thermometer? What is a thermometer? Send your response. Thermometer, to measure the temperature. It's a device used to check temperature. That's correct. Abdul Samad Wunti. Yes, Farida. Okay, an object used to measure temperature. So a thermometer is a piece of equipment that measures the temperature of something, for example, of your body. When you go to the hospital, before you see the doctor, the nurses, they'll have to check your temperature, as I've said earlier on. So the instrument that is used to do that is called a thermometer. Let's proceed to the next slide. Yes, there's another image on the screen. Look at the image on the screen and tell us what it is. There's another image on the screen. Operation drip. Look at the image very well. Yes. midwives, midwives, patients collecting drip, a drip full of liquid medicine. Drip, a surgical room. Okay, surgical room. Okay, let's see whether you are correct. So that is an intensive care unit. Intensive care unit. A hospital department for people who are very seriously ill or injured. So that place is an intensive care unit. Let's proceed. Yes, I have another image on the screen. There's another image on the screen. A scale. A scale. That's correct. So a scale is a piece of equipment for weighing people or things. So it's one of the objects you see in the hospital when you go to the hospital. Okay, you have collected drip before it. Oh, sorry. So that is a scale. Yes, I have another image on the screen. Yes, an ambulance. So what is an ambulance? You're correct. What is an ambulance? What is an ambulance? What is an ambulance? An ambulance is a car used for emergencies. Unti Abdul Samad. Okay. An ambulance is a car used for emergency, a vehicle for taking sick patients to the hospital. It's a vehicle used to take patients to the hospital. A vehicle used to rush patients to the hospital. Okay. An ambulance is a special vehicle used to take ill or injured people to the hospital. That is the definition of an ambulance. Maybe when someone is sick. So they use ambulance to take that person to the hospital, particularly where there is an accident on the road. Let's proceed to the next slide. Guys, there is another image on the screen. There is another image on the screen. A medical bed, patient bed, emergency bed, stretcher, a stretcher, that's correct, Anila Solo James. Stretcher. So what is a stretcher? Sayyidina Ali, what is a stretcher? What is a stretcher? A stretcher is a bed used to move sick patients. Unti, okay. A stretcher is a bed used to move sick patients on it. Okay, let's look at, it's used to carry patients into the hospital. A stretcher is used to carry sick people. Okay, let's see. It's a light. Yes, you can see the definition on the screen. It's an instrument made from two long poles, with a cover of soft material stretched between them, used for carrying people who are ill, injured, or dead. That is what the instrument is used for in the hospital. Yes? There is another image on the screen. Yes, that's a syringe. A syringe. A syringe. So what do we use a syringe for in the hospital? What is the instrument used for in the hospital? To give injection, to give shots, to give injection, to inject people. Yes. Okay, to test. It is used to give patients injection. Okay, let's see. You can see to inject medicine into patient's body without him or her swallowing it. Yes. Look at the screen and see the meaning. It's a piece of equipment which is used for sucking blood out of or pushing liquid into something, especially one with a needle, which can be put under the skin and used to inject drugs, remove small amounts of blood, and etc. So a syringe, apart from the fact that this is used to give injection, can also be used to remove amounts of blood from the body. Maybe when you want to test, when they want to test your blood in the hospital. So this is one of the instruments that is used to remove amounts of blood from your body. Yes, there is another image on the screen. I have another image on the screen. What is the name given to the image? It is a stethoscope. That's correct. So what is it used for? What is the instrument used for in the hospital? What is the instrument used for in the hospital? It is used to check heartbeat, measuring heartbeat. Okay, that's correct. Yes. A stethoscope is a piece of medical equipment which doctors use to listen to your heartbeat and lungs. To listen to your heart and lungs. That is what the instrument is used for in the hospital. Yes, now I want to treat verbs. Verbs associated with hospital. verbs associated with hospitals. So let us look at them one after the other. Yes, rushed. Rushed. Done in a hurry or feeling that you must do something quickly. So construct a sentence with the verb. With the verb rushed. Look at the word on the screen. Rushed. I was rushed to the hospital when I cut my leg. That's correct, Wunti. He rushed to the kitchen. No, look at the context. You must use this in this context. Yes, do you know is rush? No, that sentence is incorrect. They rushed the patient into the hospital. They rushed the patient into the emergency room. Yes, that's correct. The patient was rushed to the hospital for an emergency. Now let's look at the next one. Admit. Admit. To allow someone to enter a hospital because he needs medical care. That is the meaning of admit. Yes, construct a sentence. He was admitted to the doctor. No. He was admitted to the doctor. No. He was admitted to the doctor. That sentence is not correct. So, for me, I was admitted to the hospital. She was admitted into the hospital yesterday. Was admitted by the doctor because he had malaria. Yes, that's correct. They admit patients almost every day. Okay, let's look at the next. Discharge. Discharge is another word that is related to hospital. Discharge. That is another word. Yes, construct a sentence with discharge. I will be discharged from the hospital today. She was discharged from the hospital yesterday. They are going to discharge me tomorrow. He was discharged. Now the next word I have here is operate. Operate. It was operated today. It was finally discharged. We have moved to another word, operate. The doctor said that they were going to operate the sick patient. It was operated in the morning. Okay, let's look at the last word I have. The last word here is dress. Dress, D-R-E-S-S. So to treat an injury by cleaning it or putting medicine or covering on it to protect it. That is the meaning of dress. I'm not talking about the one that you put on. The nurse dressed my injury, okay? The nurses dressed my injury. They dressed the patient's wound. The doctor was going to dress his wound. Okay, bravo, you all did well. Now, I want examples of words. Apart from the ones I gave you, I want examples of words that are associated with hospital. Apart from the ones I gave you. Yes, test, that's correct. Aliyah, test. Injected, surgery. Inject, yes, prescribe, checkup, prescription, dentist, deliver, blood tests. More examples. Drip, stethoscope, transferred, treat, dermatologists. More examples. Operation, I've given you that. Oxygen, thermometer, no. And the Igbo. Proceed. Smallpox. Ophthalmologist, oxygen tank, treat. Now that's okay. Now let's play a game. Classwork now. Let's play a game. Let's play a game. Now the title of the game is The Survival of the Fittest. Survival of the Fittest. I have 15 expressions on the slide, and each of the expressions defines a word. Each of the expressions defines a word. I'll display the expression on the board, on the slide. You're going to tell me the word that the expression that defines. It is between the two groups, boys school and girls school. So the first group to give me the answer has 5 marks. You didn't get the instruction? Or you want me to repeat the instruction? Please. You want me to repeat the instruction? Okay, I said there are 15 expressions on the slides. Each of the expressions defines a word. Each of the expressions defines a word. I'll display the expression on the board, on the slide rather, and you're going to tell me the word that the expression defines. So the first group to give me the name has 5 marks. Boys school and girls school. So the first group to give me the word has 5 marks. Already, the girls are leading with 60 points, while the boys have 55 points. Okay, let's go. Started? Yes. Hey. Leave the first one. That was a mistake. The answer is here already. Okay, let's look at the second. Yes. Someone who is killed, hurt, or injured in an accident or war. Someone who is no. None of you got it. No. Let's see the answer. Casualty. A casualty is someone who is hurt or killed in an accident or war. No points to either of the group. Let's continue. Next slide. Relating to medical tests or treatment of people who are sick, yes? The doctor. Response from the girls. Okay, girls. Let's see the answer. None of you got it. That is clinical. Clinical. Relating to medical tests or treatment of people who are sick. Next slide. Yes. It's not test, study, no. No. Words that are associated with hospital. The expression defines one of the words. Diagnosis, Tolu James. Let's see. Answer is examine, observe. Okay. I've displayed the answer already. There are no marks to either of the groups. Let's move to the next slide. A type of bed on which you carry someone who is injured. Stretcher, that's correct. Ademola, 5 points to the boys. The boys have 5 points. That's correct. Stretcher. So let's move to the next slide. Yes, there's another question. There's another expression on the board. Malaria, yellow fever. No. The answer is hepatitis. The answer is hepatitis. And let's move to the next. Neither of the group got it. Yes. There's another expression on the board. I'll pick the first. High blood pressure. What is the name? It has a particular name. Yellow blood pressure, no. Hypertension, that's correct. Tolu James, 5 points to the girls. 5 points to the girls. Aye. Petula. Petula. So let's move to the next slide. Pharmacy, Ademola, 5 points to the boys. That's correct, 5 points to the boys. Next slide. Survival of the fittest. That is the name of the game. Diagnose, King Ademola. That's correct. 5 points to the boys. 5 points.
No, I think no, the lesson's finished.
Okay, thank you. There's another expression on the board, on the screen. Prescribe, Ramos. That's for the girls. 5 points to the girls. There's another word on the screen. Prescription, no. Midwife, no. That's incorrect. The answer is maternity. There's another expression on the screen. No. Surgery. Tolu James. 5 points to the girls. Sorry. 5 points to the girls. I'll give them the assignment. I want to display the assignments. The class is over already. Sorry. I'll display the assignment shortly. That's the assignment. Your assignment is on the screen. 6 to 7. The girls are still leading. The girls have 75 points, boys 70 points. Write the homework on the screen. The homework is displayed on the screen. Please write the homework. Okay. I said Sunday first. Yeah. They are writing. I've told them to write. Are you done with the homework? Are you through with the homework? Wait, okay, continue.
Yes.
Just continue writing. The class is over already. Hurry up. Okay. You can screenshot the homework. Just screenshots. Please, can you run through the slides?
No, that's not possible. We have lesson.
It is 9 now. Another class starts 9.
Yes.
What is the time? What is the time?
No, the class will start after you, and we will just bring this projector to the other class. So
Then write. Hurry up. Where are you taking this to? Is this 15 minutes? No? This 15 minutes. It's enough time.
no, it says that in 45 the lessons are finished.
Oh. It didn't tell us that now. Even if it is 45, look at the watch. The boy says surgery first. So I have a question. Yes, ask your question. Shehu, the boy said surgery first. No? It was Tolu James. If you have your textbook with you, then you can use your textbook, copy the assignment from the textbook. It's quite long. Then screenshots, please. Do you have your notes with you? If you have your notes with you, then copy it in your notes. Zaida Ani. Go to Unit 2. Unit 2 of your textbook. Unit 2 of your textbook. Words associated with hospital. You see it there. Want me to run through the slide? Right. Yes, come on. Hey. Where is Mr. Andy? I want to copy the notes. I'm just running. I want to run through the slides so that they can just screenshot.
It's time, but
Okay.
let's finish it. I think so. They have to. They have
I think
to do.
it is 50 minutes.
What is 15, son?
Class. The class is 50 minutes.
Yes, sir. And now it's 53.